All right, welcome back to Class&Cool, where we check out classically inspired MMORPGs like EverQuest. And, well, Monsters and Memories is a classically inspired MMORPG based off EverQuest, World of Warcraft, Dark Age of Camelot, and all the old greats. I'm your host for today, Mr. Super Late Night himself. We're gonna get back into Ether, or Aetherial, the world of Monsters and Memories. Today's day 3 of the Monsters and Memories playtest. It's a 7-day playtest. Everybody's ranting and raving about it. It's amazing, and yeah, I would agree. I've been having a blast. Not gonna do a whole huge long crazy intro, but I will say yesterday I tried the Wood Elf city out. It's a tree city, and it is the coolest thing since Kelathin. It's the coolest thing since Kelathin, and the closest thing I can describe it to is Kelithic. Puns aside, the things we did yesterday, right? We did a lot of exploration. I wanted to get to know the city. I did a lot of running around, a lot of boring mumbo jumbo, but I find it very fun and entertaining. Then I did some starter quests and practiced some MUD commands, multi-user dungeon commands, so text-based commands. I think it's a really cool approach. I think that being that the world and specifically this zone is under heavy development since this is alpha, they have a really cool thing going for them. I ran into a couple glitches, but I found out it was more of a proximity glitch. Like, we didn't do anything wrong. It was more of a needs a little bit of polish type of situation, right? Everything you see today is going to be work in progress. There's going to be unfinished textures. There's going to be missing or placeholder items. There's going to be things that this self-funded passion project of a team knows about, and they're going to put in. And anything else that is unknown, we'll just call it that. People talk about it all the time on the Discord, so check them out on their website, monstersandmemories.com. Go to their Discord and become a member so you can stay up to date. Definitely take part in the September playtest going on now through the 7th of September. And then the next one is going to be November 1st to November 10th. After that, they're going to go into, I think, closed beta. And Q1, I think they're shooting for January. I think that's what Nick said in his Q&A. After that, they're going to go into early access. So yeah. We are chilling like a villain. And like I said, yesterday I only got to level 2 because I really wasn't focused on leveling. I was just focused on being a goofball, exploring the city, and trying out some of the starter quests. Of course, I got my coffee, and yeah. I mean, without further ado, what are we waiting for, dude? Let's kill some monsters and make some memories. So like I said, I'm only level 2. I'm a Wood Elf Druid. It's your boy Dracos. You might recognize Dracos from Project Quorum. I've had this character, I've had this name since 1999. Or I should say shortly after 1999. I had Drake, which was a Wood Elf warrior. And then after that, I realized that a Wood Elf warrior is probably not the best starting class race combo. Oh dang. Look, if that ain't classic, I don't know what is. Moon unit went link dead. So yeah, today I really want to just grind some mobs, level up, collect some gear, sell some gear, do some stuff, have some fun. And of course, it's super late, so who knows how long we're going to last. That's what the coffee's for. Gonna turn on the chat. Of course, I feel so bad. So I post the notification saying, yeah, I'm gonna go live by like 1, by 12, and all this stuff. And then people like Classic EverQuest, Luke Hamilton, they hop in and they're like, yeah, what's up, hype? I'm super happy to be here. So for example, 12:21. So here, look at the timestamp. What time is it right now? Earth time, 2:07 a.m. Classic EverQuest at 12:21 posted another one. Right? That sounds like somebody that's hype. I wouldn't be too hype an hour and a half later. So I'm sorry. I feel so bad. I need to get better, but I mean, I do the best. The reason I post like the thumbnail and notification is just so I can have the stream set up, and then I can just hit and go live when I'm finally ready. But it's still, still feel bad. So Classic Request said another one. Luke Hamilton said, hey, looking forward to the stream. I started a Wood Elf Fighter. If you down to do some XPing tonight. I'm down, but he said that at 12:44, so I doubt he's still online. But Luke, if you're around, I'm down to meet up. 100% down to meet up. Majestic said, I'm here and ready. So keen. And then Classic EverQuest posted 2 seconds ago. It is what it is. Life happens. See, that was a very forgiving statement, but I sensed the resentment in that statement. It's like, it is what it is, man. Wait. It's like that family member that shows up late and drunk to every single family outing. It's like, it is what it is, man. Like, you're our brother, so we're forced to love you, but it is what it is. It will get better though. And by the way, there's lore behind this. There's some deep, and there's a lot of lore behind my inconsistencies and some of the things that stop me from doing the things that I enjoy. And when the time is right, I'll share it. But it's one of those things where it doesn't make sense to share it until it's resolved. Because if I share it now and I do like story time, it's going to turn into like... It's going to turn into one of the situations where it's like, all right, pass the handkerchief. And I'm not trying to do that. I always tell people that one of the reasons why we like these classically inspired MMORPGs is because they have a type of immersion to them, which really does give escapism. What is the word I'm looking for? Justice. Like, it gives escapism justice. Like people say they play MMOs for escapism. Okay. Well, there's no better escapism than playing a game like EverQuest, from a non-linear type of perspective. World of Warcraft, I would say Classic, is the linear version of that, of escapism. You basically just log into Azeroth, you get lost in the world, you collect all the quests in the zone, and you just run around and do your thing, man. I've been nostalgic about World of Warcraft lately, just because I played Warcraft 1, Warcraft 2, Warcraft 3. I grew up with it. I grew up with that IP, and I played EverQuest at launch. I played Dark Age of Camelot at launch, and when World of Warcraft launched, I was super hyped. So, like, to me, this is how I looked at it. I was like, so you're telling me that EverQuest is now in the World of Warcraft universe? because there was no other game like EverQuest when it came out. I mean, we had Ultima Online, we had multi-user dungeons, but there was no 3D MMORPG. It paved the road for games like World of Warcraft, and if it wasn't for EverQuest, we wouldn't have World of Warcraft, at least not in the state that we received it in. Because a lot of the developers, and I think I mentioned this yesterday, but a lot of the developers that worked on the original WoW came from the EverQuest variant / SOE team. So yeah, these games did it right, and that's what Monsters and Memories aims to do. Wants to like build that world. There was a famous saying by Brad McQuaid, and not really Brad McQuaid, but by the marketing team at Variant and Sony Online Interactive. It was, "You're in our world now." Let me see if I find it. Hold on. I have the original manual from my original box. I'm just curious if it's... I know it was on the advertisement, but I don't know if it was like plastered here. History of... That's all the gods. Creating your character. Nah, it was more like a marketing type of thing. But that was the phrase back then. I was like, "You're in our world now." And that's exactly what they meant. It's like, you are in our world now. You're not playing a video game that's catering to your needs. You're in our world and in our reality. And our reality is brutal. There's rules. There's going to be things you don't like about it. And it's unlike modern MMORPGs, which are more of, "Oh, I'm sorry. You want me to cater to you how? Oh, yeah, of course. Yes. No problem, king. Yeah, we'll give you all those quality of life things that you're begging for so you can just, play this game in another browser and just do something else." Which, by the way, what's that one game that's super popular right now? Oh, my brain. Somebody in chat, please remind me. What is that game that's very popular right now? And there's a shorter acronym for it, but it's a perfect browser game. It's a perfect number go up game. No, not Roblox. What's wrong with you? Oh my gosh, Classic EverQuest said Roblox? No. Please, we don't need any B3DOs here. Gosh, it's wild. Roblox is a wild, wild thing. I can't remember, dude. And it's gonna bug my head. No, not AOA. Jeez. Guys, come on. Popular browser, MMORPG, RuneScape. Thank you, RuneScape. RuneScape and classic OSRS. There you go. RuneScape, OSRS, right? That is a great example of a browser type second monitor game. Number go up. Grind. I actually love those kind of games. I've personally never played RuneScape, but the more I watch other people play it, and the more I watch other people, get involved with it, the more I'm like, yeah, that's what's up. That's what I want. Classic EverQuest said, "Yeah, it is what it is. Life happens. Nah, no resentment. This is all fun and games. It happens when we have time." J. Michael Old said, "Oh, so true. Your impression is perfect." Oh, yeah, the ones that the developers that just give the gamer exactly what they want. No challenge. Just here's a upgrade to level 80, and here's 100 slot bag, or sorry, here's a 100 slot bag. Here's every single epic slot item, best in gear or whatever item. What else? Oh, You don't need to rely on other players. You don't need to rely on other classes. You can be a cleric, warrior, necro all at the same time. You can teleport like a wizard, and you can resurrect yourself. So why would you need to resurrect though? Because there's no death penalty. You just appear and try again. I mean, if that doesn't scream video game, I don't know what does. And that's coming full circle to why I think the statement of "you're in our world now" is such a meaningful statement from old school games like EverQuest and even World of Warcraft. Like World of Warcraft Classic, you didn't just run into a null camp, collect 50 nulls, hit them with a blizzard, and all of a sudden that's how you play the game. Like you'd get into organic groups. There was no group finder, or would be no raid finder. It was just the normal way of interacting with other people, or not, because you could also opt to say, you know what, I want to solo, which is cool. Play a mage, or in EverQuest terms, like play a druid. Congratulations, you have a solo class. Like, you can't cater to the people that say, well, no, I refuse. I want to play a warrior, a melee class, and I want to be able to solo to 60. It's like, well, first of all, that wouldn't make sense in a D&D environment, for example. Let's just use D&D as an example. And I don't know anything about D&D, so somebody might come in and be like, that's absolutely wrong. D&D, you can... I have no idea, right? But the point is, like, logically, if you're walking around with a sword and shield, and then there's a necromancer goblin or something like that, who would win the fight? The person that can hit you with a range attack, a dot, and poison you from like a mile away, or the warrior who needs to charge or run up and attack that goblin or whoever it might be? Obviously, in any kind of fantasy world, the caster class is going to be better at soloing. So in what universe does it make sense for an MMORPG to have a warrior which can solo from 0 to 60, 80, 120, whatever level cap you create? And that's the problem with a lot of these modern MMORPGs. It's just like, how can I get immersed in something that literally the only reason you're doing every single game mechanic in the game is so to convince me to play the video game? I don't need you to convince me to play the video game. I want the video game to be more like a book, right? I'll think of a random analogy, and this might turn out terribly, and you can flame me in chat, but like, imagine a book, right? We'll use Lord of the Rings as an example. You can have the Lord of the Rings book, and it's like, yeah, they force you to read it. There's no pictures, right? But man, once you dedicate yourself to reading it, and you're going through book 1, book 2, book 3, you go back to the Hobbit, like, it's very rewarding. But you have to read, versus, well, I don't like to read, so I'm just gonna put a comic book, and it's just watered down, and it's just like, it doesn't tell you the lore, it doesn't tell you the context. It's like a lot of these modern MMORPGs, they're catering to the comic book fan versus the person that wants to get lost in a novel, a story. I prefer the novel. And to me, Monsters and Memories or EverQuest or any of those classic games is more of a novel, versus modern MMORPGs is like a comic book. Let's sell some stuff and go freaking kill some mobs. I don't know how I got off on this tangent. I haven't even looked at chat. Excuse me. Got a lot of energy for being 2 in the morning. Alright, let's sell our bat wings. Oh, by the way, I glitched and broke something in the game yesterday, and I reached out to a GM, and they sent me an email and responded to me, so I love that. So far, I got really good experience with the M&M support team. All right, I'm gonna try to catch up here. Bungie had an amazing saying when they said it made Halo, "We are our own customer." Yep. Saunter, Dan Molina, hey brother, good to see you. J. Michael Olds. J. Michael Olds said, RuneScape is more like Star Wars Galaxies. I like those games, but they are definitely not very cooperative. More zen solo grinds. You really need shared XP to have a good. Team game. Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about. Like RuneScape is a great example of. It's not a replacement for a game like EverQuest. It's a different type of game, and a zen solo grind is 100% fun, right? But that doesn't mean every single MMO needs to have those mechanics, or needs to be a zen solo grind. I think that's what frustrates me about MMO people, is like they want the MMO to have everything, and if it doesn't have everything, then they're like, well, this game's trash, right? Because I look at the feedback on Monsters and Memories, and they're like, I want this and I want that. It's like, what you're asking for is to make this game completely different from what it is at its core. Why don't you just go play the 1,000 other slop games that are just like that are currently out? You know? But this is old, and this is not what. Well, go play the new games. No, they suck. So what are you talking about? If the new games suck, and this game that doesn't suck, you wanted to match the mechanics of a game that does suck. What? Like, there's no logic in a lot of these complaints and arguments and requests, and that's why there's a big difference between constructive feedback and just I was thinking of a polite way to say it, but there's a difference between constructive feedback and just stupidity. Saunter said, Eminem is one of the few games I've played where I rarely check my phone or fail. Oh my god! Oh, I can take him. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at the chat. Want to take a look at this orc? That's a cool looking orc, dude. Get some. Anyways, Sauntor said, Eminem is one of the few games I've played where I rarely check my phone or fidget around doing something else. Grouped early and forgot I even had a phone. Nice. Druid, etc. Drudect said slop games, lol. Yeah, man. There's so many slop games. It's crazy. That's one thing I really like about the dev team here too, is it's a bunch of dudes that grew up in the 90s and 2000s that used to ride skateboards and listen to heavy metal. Or in my case, I listened to Blink-182, Linkin Park, System of a Down, a lot of hip-hop and rap, underground rap, Cage, Necro, Eminem, Nonfiction, 311. My favorite band, actually, 311. I was like, what the heck? Where did 311 come from? I know. But my brother exposed it to me when I was like 7, and for some reason it just stuck. But like, those are the type of dudes that are making this game, right? And they remember, and I hate to make it sound like, oh, here it comes with nostalgia. they remember a simpler time where it's just like, dude, remember the days when we used to just sit back and grind? Like EverQuest had that kind of old school Zen grind, that RuneScape type of grind where I could just be sitting here mindlessly killing mob after mob after mob. And I don't know, dude, there's like a satisfying feeling about it, you know? Even when you reach a hell level where you're like level 33, you're just grinding away. And something feels good after 4 hours. You're like, heck yeah, man, I got one yellow bubble. I got a whole bunch of fine steel weapons I need to sell. I'm going to stop by the EC tunnel. I want to buy some stuff, sell some stuff. I'm going to hit up my boys. Oh, wait a minute, there's a group somewhere. I'm going to go hit up the group. Or maybe I won't. I'm just log off and be happy with the bub. And it's like you're not getting taken on a ride. You're the one behind the wheel, just making every decision, whether for better or for worse, you know? Let's aggro 2 of these just to make our life more difficult. I really need to get some shoes. I'm over here walking barefoot. Yeah, the painted art style fits this game really nicely. I wonder what these mushroom men con. Yeah, these are red. So one thing I really like about what the devs are doing is they're mixing in like these high level mobs in what we normally would call like a starter zone. I think Night Harbor is a good example where that's like a starter city, right? And normally a starter city is where you start your class. That's where you sell your stuff, and then you go to the noob yard, and then the game progresses in a linear fashion. In Night Harbor, in and by itself, you can level all the way to 60, which is kind of nuts, right? So if they're taking the same kind of approach with most of the starter cities, not all, but most, I think that's really crazy that they even did that. I always appreciated going to areas, though, on a completely separate kind of way of looking at it. Like, I would like some lower level mobs sprinkled into areas where you normally would expect higher level mobs, if that makes sense. How the heck is he? Oh, he's yellow. Crap, I'm dead. Oh, I'm so dead. I'm not gonna die. I'm not that dumb. Now we're gonna run. So like, for example, Lava Storm Mountains, right? Maybe not the best example, but Nagafen is in Lava Storm Mountains. There's also some very high level mobs where if you're like level 1, level 5, you probably have no business there. But if I recall correctly, there are some lower level mobs, like maybe 10 or below, just sprinkled in random areas. I feel like that really makes it feel alive. The more we can get away from that linear progression and just have some trash mobs like sprinkled in. I'll give you a specific example. Let me pull up the wiki for Monsters and Memories. What the heck? Zones. So I ran to, what was it? Shaded Dunes, Sungreed Strand, Vale of Zintar. No, it was like this Shallow shoals. Was it shallow shoals? What is that zone? It's damn. Okay, here it is. Zone connection map. So Vela Zintar, Fallen Pass, Telekir, Shallow Shoals, Keeper's Bright, Night Harbor, Sungareet Strand. Oh, Glass Flats. So I was running through Glass Flats, and by the time you get there, you can feel like this is a higher level area. And when you get to Vale of Zintar, you feel like it's an even higher level area. So my only feedback to that is that it did kind of feel linear. Like, okay, I started at Night Harbor, I went to Sungareet Strand, saw a lot of blues and yellows and reds. Glass Flats, now it's exclusively red. Vale Zintar, exclusively red. My feedback is, why not just sprinkle in some trash mobs? Like, for the weirdos that are like, hey, I'm gonna go run all the way over here for no reason, and oh, hey, there's a yellow mob here, I'm level 5, why not just attack it? I don't know if that's flawed and dumb logic and game design. That's just my opinion, but the more we can get away from any kind of linear progression and just making the world feel alive, in the sense that just like in Lava Storm you can find a low level mob, why not in the Glass Flats? And I'm gonna pull up what's the name of Lava Storm Mountains P99 wiki. Okay, so the lowest level mob is 5 to 6. So there's a Goblin Runner, he's level 5 to 6. Then there's a Fire Drake, level 9 to 11, and it goes all the way up to 55. There's a guy named Ejag, he's an Ixar monk. Tisania, oh, that's the shopkeeper, right? Maybe not the best example, because it looks like the general range of levels for Lava Storm is between level 10 and level 20, like, and then from 20 till maybe 30, you know. So I guess you could technically say this is a low level thing, but the fact that there's a Goblin Runner somewhere in there that's level 5 to 6, right? Oh crap. I think is a nice touch. So Michael said, have you ever played Worm Online? No. I watched videos on a lot of these games because I'm always interested in MMO history. But no, I never played it. It seems really cool, like what they were trying to accomplish. Another really cool game that I've always wanted to try. It's an MMORPG. It's on Steam. It's developed by a husband and a wife. It's super popular as far as the underground MMORPGs. It literally was developed by 2 people. If you know what I'm talking about, let me know in the chat. But what about it? What about Worm? Mike? Oh, I'm getting wrecked. Not really. Like, I can't remember any names today. The specific MMORPG that was developed by 2 people. It's on Steam. It's classless. It's very similar to RuneScape in the sense that there's like hundreds of skills, and you can level all of them up. Graphics are very old. Gorgon, yes, thank you, Santor. Project Gorgon. I've always wanted to try Project Gorgon. My biggest thing with games like that is trying to get over the graphics. But then again, like when I really took it seriously, the graphics were less appealing than they are now. I feel like they've really done a decent job as far as graphics are concerned. Like I've seen some people play and some screenshots like in the past year. I'm just like, wait, that kind of looks decent. I mean, for the art style that they're going for, I could see myself playing that. So we're gonna buy a lumberjack and axe. And we're gonna actually have to go sell some of this stuff. Our inventory is getting full. We need to chop some wood. I went around killing mobs and I completely forgot about getting my rested XP buff. Mike said, Worm is amazing. It has probably the most depth of any game I've ever played. Influenced so many games like Life is Feudal, RimWorld, Valheim, etc. But very people know the reference. Worm Online is the one where you can like basically like build Worm Online. You can build your own world basically. It's a sandbox, right? Because from what I remember in the videos I watched, like, oh crap, the idea of it almost fell right into the hands of those mushrooms. Yeah, it's like very sandboxy. It's very grindy, but it's very rewarding. I mean, the game is designed to be played amongst other people. So if you have friends and you're, you know, grinding together, collecting together, you can basically build a whole city. Like you can buy roads, and when you use those roads, traversal is easier. Like everything I've seen about Worm Online is really, really cool. Mike said, yeah, first voxel-like system. Yeah, that's a really cool thing, man. Alright, bet. I know what I'm about to do. Fantasy Minecraft, yeah. I'm all about the Minecraft style, like building games. I never really got into Minecraft. Like I've tried multiple times. I think the closest I ever got to actually getting hooked on Minecraft was playing like an RTX mod, because I was like, oh, this is cool, you know, I'm building this and that, and then I got bored after a few weeks. Obviously my kids like it, but I'm the one that got them into it, because I wanted them to play something where they actually build instead of just kill. But yeah, I like anything voxel based. I enjoyed Valheim, by the way. I know that's not really technically voxel based, but those survival building games are really cool, in my opinion. Saunter said, sounds like the original Minecraft, but fantasy Minecraft, yeah. Man, Robert Engstrand, he really nailed it with the music for this game. It's kind of crazy how the team kind of evolved, you know what I mean? I really want to find out where I can sell the skeleton chips, bone chips. I'm sure it's not that serious, but I like to know where all the merchants are that buy and sell stuff. Actually looks pretty cool right now with the man, considering this is a work in progress, this looks so dope. I'm just so freaking enamored by this world. I'm kind of curious to know what other people think, but I'm starting to think that they might need to increase the speed of some of these lifts. Oh, that's tight. Tell me that's not tight. Tight, tight. Look at that, dude. Classic EverQuest said, I did think that about the lifts. It's a long ride. I mean, yeah, that's the thing. I feel like the lift itself, it's a long ride. And I feel like for that reason, it would make sense to kind of speed it up just a tad bit. I don't know. I don't know. Give me 2 minutes though. I'm gonna leave you guys with this view and I'm just gonna do a quick bio. Alright, I'm back. Give me a second here to get situated. Dang, man, that's so cool. That is so cool. I'm such a nerd. Oh, look at the holy wood elf. Oh, okay. Such an idiot. Anyways, I realized something. Look at the shadows. This is what I'm talking about. Like, I want an EverQuest remake, where imagine how different the world of Norath would be, like classic Norath, if it was just for like upgraded graphical fidelity, engine, textures, same art style, just new lighting, new audio, new lighting, new water effects, new weather effects, atmospheric effects, God rays, all those things. I mean, the game would be good just by itself. Which, by the way, that YouTube video that I posted, that I made, what's it called? It was a short video called Former EverQuest Dev Talks About EQ3. The most successful video I've ever made for my channel. 4.6 thousand views. And it's a short. And everyone, like 99% of the people all agree. They're like, yes, we need to do this. And it was a clip of Sean talking about, hey, if I was still working for Daybreak or Sony or Barron, like, here's what would make the most sense. Remake EQ1 with updated everything. Make a whole bunch of money off that, and then make EQ3 in whatever kind of expanded lore or fantasy you want to do it. But why not? I mean, just look at what's happening with Turtle WoW right now, right? For how many years did we hear players saying we want like a World of Warcraft classic? And they had that live event where it's like, you think you want that, but you don't. And it's like, no, we actually really do want just like a classic WoW. And there was a emulated server called Nostalarius, and they got a cease and desist by Blizzard, and there was a bunch of backlash because of that. So finally, after that, Blizzard is like, all right, we'll give you like Seasons of Discovery or classic or whatever. But what Turtle WoW is doing is like, no, we're gonna keep classic, but we're going to give you like Classic Plus. So like, we're gonna continue the story where it left off before like the world got ripped in two and before Flying Dragons and all this other stuff. I don't understand why it's so difficult for major game development companies just to know their audience and their fan base and be like, yeah, you know what? This actually makes sense, considering how discombobulated the MMORPG community is. And they say, oh, the MMO player doesn't know what they want. When everyone is agreeing on one thing, maybe it's time to kind of slow down and be like, okay, maybe we should try that. Hold on, I'm trying to get this shot. Okay, cool. I just wanted to get that screenshot of the lift coming down. Anyways, I'm jumping all over the place. I have a favor to ask. So I don't think, as long as I've had a channel, I've ever asked anyone like, hey, please like and subscribe or anything like that. This is the first time I'll ask. If you guys are subscribed, you can unsubscribe and subscribe later. Or if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed, you can subscribe. All I need is one person to subscribe. And the reason why, I'll show you. Let me see if I can switch my screen. All right. Do you guys see this? Can we please fix that? I really would like to fix that. I would love it if somebody just went in and just unsubscribed right now, so this can go back to 665 or 667. But this needs to like change. I thought it would change quickly. But my whole day has been like seeing this. Yes! Somebody did it. Thank you. Thank you. Yo, that's been bugging me all day. That's been bugging me all day. Thank you for that. Whoever you are. that made me feel better. Oh gosh, no, hold on, time out. Wait, so somebody just unsubscribed. So it's not gonna work if one person subscribes and the other person unsubscribes and this. Hold on, let's try again. It's still 666. Oh come on, dude. It was literally 667 a second ago, and then one of you was like, "Oh, you want me to unsubscribe?" Yeah, bro, I got your back, man. And I got you. So now somebody else needs to unsubscribe, but do not subscribe because then it's gonna level out again. Yeah, Santor said done. Majestic said done also. Florent, Daftlow gave the heart symbol. So I think what just happened is like maybe 2 people subscribed and then 2 people unsubscribed. Which you both did the right thing. Okay, there you go. See, now we're good. 668. All right, no more subscribing. I'll never bring it up again. I needed to fix that. So, good job. I'm proud of you guys. All right, we can leave it at that. I'm happy. If it never grows from there, that is totally fine with me. Okay, it's the golden hour. All right, what were we doing before we got off on all these crazy tangents? I want to buy some stuff from this dude and resell it. So bat wings. How much? I really don't have a lot of money. Okay, let's go. We're gonna go sell this stuff really quick. So I paid 17 copper. I think I should be able to get like 25. No, I'm not even joking. That was genuinely annoying me. I was like, out of all the numbers in numerology, why that number? Like I have enough issues in my life. I don't need that. Kidding. No, I don't have any issues. I'm in Monsters and Memories in Faelindral. Having a blast. Santor said Faelindral is like what Kelton looked like in my mind when I first logged into EQ1. Exactly. I mean, to be honest, this is better than I imagined. This is better than what I thought they were going to pull off. Like, I saw the clips and all the whatever, but I didn't think... I don't know. Like, you guys know I glaze the team all the time. I'm always talking about how great Sean is, how great Nick is, how great Robert is, how great Goblin is, how great Zukin is, how great Z-Brushed is. Like, I'm like their cheerleader. You know, they could do no wrong in my eyes, right? But even I was like, I mean, this is a tough bill. You know, this is not easy. And I'm, excuse me, like so far I feel like they're doing a better job than I even imagined. You know? And this is not even scratching the surface. I said this yesterday, but like this did not look like this last month. When I logged in here, the Shady Trader wasn't there. These caravans weren't here. The guards weren't really doing anything. This building wasn't here. We're like, where the heck did that come from? The lift was here, but when you went up there, there was no... there was no props. So I don't know if Chinny D, maybe he did some prop work, but yeah, I'm just really impressed. And again, in such a short period of time, they cranked all this out. Just imagine what it's going to look like after a year or two in early access. It's pretty crazy when you think about it. Yeah, maybe slight tweak to the speed of the lift. Like it's actually not that bad. I mean, it's not bad. It's just, I don't know. It's not bad. I'm gonna do this for a couple more runs, and then we're gonna get back to it. This is actually gonna set us up right. Get a couple more, probably one more bag. Yeah, we need one more bag. What else do we need? We got a lumberjack axe, so we're gonna cut some wood. Chop some wood, I mean. What else? I'm not sure how much leather costs, but might need to grab some leather. Or patch hide, whatever you want to call it. What is this guy asking in the chat? Anyone mind sending me a clue as to where I can find the scout Fayweld for a report? I found the others, but this is being a pain. That was me yesterday when I was trying to figure stuff out. All right, so we got 1 silver. Trying to remember where the bag merchant is. No, I think it's up here. I think it's in Merchant's Row. What the heck? Oh, he was just jumping. I was like, that GM looks like he's having fun, but it's not a GM. All right, so adventure gear, cloth armor. I'm not ready for that. bags and packs. Yay, we figured it out. Look at this thing, man. Look at this backpack right here. That's a big old backpack. I should probably save up for a satchel, but maybe later. Okay, we're in a good place right now. Let's go chop some trees. Man, the draw distance is freaking awesome. Alright, I'm gonna rest up really quick so I can get the rested buff. Alright, there it is. Got the well-rested buff, and cool. Alright, where do I want to hunt? I know where I want to hunt. I have a specific place in mind. Okay, that's the pond. There's some ruins over there. No, I think I want to go a little further out. I'm gonna cheese it. Since fall damage is turned off, I'm just gonna cheese it and jump. Normally I wouldn't do that, but you know. Let me see here. There's the path. Yeah, right over here. Yeet. Alright, we're gonna go. What's the dryad? Okay, these are... I wonder if... Oh no, I don't want to fight the fawns. Somebody told me yesterday that the They're casters. Yeah, there's the monobar. I don't want to mess with that. Gotta buff myself up. While we're out here, we're gonna chop some trees as well. I say this on every single stream. The only reason I turn on the gamma is because I can see what you guys see. And if I was looking at this from my phone, it would be a less than wonderful experience. So whenever it gets this dark, it's not actually that dark when I'm looking at it. But I know that some of you are on your phone and it's just not the best experience to watch. So for your viewing pleasure. But I think the lighting in this game is pretty phenomenal, pretty good. Making a game like truly dark and then relying on different light sources, I think is a really cool thing that you don't see enough in games. I actually wish I could make a macro. I wanted to, I mentioned this to the team. Not like directly to any of them, but I messaged, or I left a note in Discord. I was like, hey, it would be pretty cool. All right, this is where I want to be. See all these orc scouts? This is why I came here. Yeah, so my suggestion was make a text command like /gamma, and then you put a numerical value like /gamma 50, and then you can make a macro, so you can make a quick button. That way, if you stream, you can quickly hit a macro so that why can't I wear this? Hold on, sorry. Oh yeah, it's only for casters. Yeah, basically, so you can quickly change between high gamma, low gamma, just for the sake of streaming. Kind of a weird thing to request, but when you're always thinking, how can I improve production value and make the streams like higher quality and all that stuff, otherwise you're just staring at a black screen, you know what I mean? Here at least you guys can see what's going on. And like I said, I can drop the gamma down to like 50 right now, and I'll be able to see exactly what you guys see, but to you guys it's going to be pitch dark. So I don't want that. Okay, we need to light a campfire. Okay, maybe I don't have enough wood. Let's go get some more wood. Yeah, I don't have enough wood. These are yellow. I don't think I'm gonna take them just yet. We need some more wood. I cannot find any wood over here. Who would have thought? So many trees, yet so little wood. Santos said, Druid is pretty rough until you get that damage shield. Can pretty much melee up to 8. Yeah, I mean, the damage shield does make a big difference, but I mean, it makes a huge difference. You're absolutely right. It especially comes in handy when you start like farming. Oh, I was farming crocs the other day. And with the damage shield, it just makes everything so much easier. To get those pristine crocodile hides, it makes it easier. The other thing that makes a big difference early on is just having some decent patched armor or any kind of leather. It's crazy how like when you get lucky early on and you just find all the right stuff, that extra AC bonus really does make you less of a target. Spider legs 9320. Why does that look suspicious? 20? For spider legs, that's not right. That looks like a ripoff. Tattered cloth. Alright, let's see how much that sells for first, and then we'll come back. Maybe we'll buy it. Alright, this is too much, I'm sorry. Santor said, just Ding 14 by Charming Animals. So much fun. Yeah, I can't wait to get Charm. It's awesome. And I think you get your Speed of the Wild at level 8, if I remember correctly. Santor said, yes sir, level 8 is huge. Yeah. I think that's we're I want to say we're most likely going to get there, but we'll see how the next few days play out. I should have just run over here. Yeah. So next time I come up on the lift, I'm just gonna run this way. It's quicker this way. And then run across this bridge. I just want to see what the cloth armor merchant buys this for. $37. Yeah, that's worth it. So that's like an additional 10 copper, rusty short sword. I need to destroy all this stuff. This is just not worth keeping around. Hold on. Before I do that. Okay, good. So we want to craft one more. Okay, so we got 2 torches. I'm not gonna need this resin. It's just gonna take up space. Wasp jelly. I need to sell all this stuff. I want to destroy this. Okay, cool. Now we're cooking with bacon. I don't know why bacon. And if I jump down here, I can beeline it to him. Got my torch. Yeet. Cool. I'm gonna do some cheesy stuff really quick. I'm gonna sell this, go to the shady vendor, buy some stuff, sell some stuff, and I'm probably gonna see if I can pick up. You know what I realized? Like if you go to a general vendor that sells like tattered leather, I noticed that the shady vendor sells it for cheaper. Surprise, surprise. So I might keep it instead of reselling it. But if I buy cloth, then I'm just gonna resell it because I don't want cloth. Alright, cheesing it. There it is. You would have taken 1 damage for falling, but fall damage is currently disabled. How's that 1 damage? I would think it would be like 400. Alright, so what are we gonna buy from him? Tattered cloth. Don't mind if I do. Tattered cloth robe. I thought there was one more. Oh yeah, it's right there. Okay, I think I bought all of the cloth that I could carry. Now let's go sell it all to the cloth merchant. Look kind of cool, my little cloth mantle. I'm curious if any of you guys have tried the bandages. I know, I think it was Luke, he said he made a Wood Elf fighter, so I'm curious to know. I'm assuming if you're a melee class, you're creating bandages. It would kind of make sense to do so, but what do I know? What is wrong with that torch? Yeah, it's not supposed to be like that. Let me see what this person has. I will say that after getting so used to Night Harbor, I miss it. I don't miss it because like there's anything wrong with what we're doing. It's just I miss it because bro, he wants to give me one cut. This is why I don't trust halflings. This is why I don't trust halflings. Hold on. Do we have the slash gesture in game? No. They need to add that. That's ridiculous. Halflings are just out of this world, man. I don't understand. You gotta pay attention to that, man. Some of these merchants, man, they try to rip you off big time. Oh, cooking supplies. Here you go. This person probably will hook it up. So he wanted 1 copper. There you go. Wasp wing, 5 copper. I'm surprised it doesn't want the royal jelly. And the low quality wolf pelt, that's going to be from the leather worker. It's stuff like this though, man. Like obviously, I don't know, your results may vary, your mileage may vary, but doing this kind of stuff is super chill and relaxing for me. Like on stream, off stream, doesn't matter. Like it's running around, buying some stuff, selling some stuff, hunting some stuff, going back and, you know, going to this merchant or that merchant, and then kind of making a mental plan of like, okay, where do I want to go after this and what do I want to do after that. It's super chill. All right, let's sell all this stuff. That was already mine, so sell. Yeah, there you go. So we now have enough for a backpack. All right, where's the backpack? Right over here. Boom. Let's buy our first backpack. Actually, we don't want a backpack yet. What am I saying? I want a satchel. So the satchel is 2 silver. It fits up to medium-sized items. And I think the backpack is 250. I'd rather have the satchel. The backpack can wait. Because I can fit some larger items in here. Like, I can't fit this. I can't fit that in there. Crap. Well, hold on. Yeah, like, I can't fit the low quality pelt there, but I can fit it in there. So that's why I like the satchels. 6 slots, you know, it's worth it. So yeah, I really wish I didn't have to go into the settings at each time to lower it. The sun is rising. So now that it's about to be daytime, it's a perfect time to go out and hunt. Look at this dude, man. He's already got like some kind of golden robe and a whole bunch of other weapons and armor. Smelting trainer. Hello, mate. Hey, look, it's the RuneScape armor. Blacksmithing, tailoring patterns. I don't think you're gonna buy anything from me, are you? Nope. But we're gonna be doing some tailoring, so I'm glad we're here. Woodworking, spinning trainer. This is so cool. Hold on, let's tailoring. We're gonna train 1 point in tailoring. Because we're gonna come back here later. And there's another lift here somewhere, right? No? Oh, it's over there. Okay. I'm just looking for like the path of least resistance. I think I have to go up 1 more level to get what I need. Oh, use weapons dealer. I was looking for this dude. Okay, so use weapons dealer, corroded bronze dagger. I want to see if they have. Yes, they're corroded bronze mace. Yeah, no, that's not what I'm looking for. Corroded bronze maul. That's two-handed. Warhammer. Yes, this is it. This is it. How much do we need to save up? 6 silver. This is a huge upgrade. 6 damage, 28 delay versus 5 damage, 34 delay. That's huge. That's gonna be one of the first things I do. If I find a cracked staff, I'm gonna sell it and buy that. That's gonna make leveling super fun. Oh, Draco's humble beginnings. Okay, leather working supplies. So you should buy the stuff. Yes, there you go. Two copper. Not even worth it. Never doing that again. Shame on you for even doing that. Man, this place is so cool, dude. This is it's one of those like therapeutic games, man. Anyways, fun fact, there's gonna be another, I think there's gonna be another level to this entire zone. Like there's gonna be like a treetops zone of this city, which is pretty cool. Used armor trainer. Alright, so we're gonna come back here and buy, where's the rawhide? See, so this is what I'm talking about. You see how much patched rawhide boots? Actually, this is a bad example. Where's the cheaper stuff? Tattered cloth. So just a fun fact for anyone, if you want to buy some cheap. Okay, so see this tattered rawhide? It's like, oh, one silver 65. That's not bad. Sometimes you'll find this at the shady dealer person, and he'll only charge you like 65 copper. And you'd think, well, just come back here and sell it for 1 silver. That's never going to happen. He's only going to give you like 75 copper. The reason I'm bringing this up is what you want to do is you want to save that armor and use it if you can. So if I see any tattered rawhide armor being sold by the shady vendor, I'm buying it and keeping it, not reselling it. It's just not worth it. The return on the investment is just not worth it. But obviously, if you can't get it from the shady vendor, this is where you'd go to buy the rawhide bracer, if you have the money, obviously. It's going to drop from mobs later on, but early levels, the extra AC really does make a difference. Okay, so quick pause. Pause for the cause. Alright, I'll be right back again, sorry. 2 minutes or less. Alright, I'm back. Let me get situated. Alright, let's see what we got. So we got wood. We still need some more wood. I still want to finish buying up all that dude's stuff. We got the satchel, which is a huge upgrade. We're gonna cheese it right here. Sorry. It's 338, so you can't blame me for cheesing it a little bit. Rusty short sword. Alright, he really doesn't have that much to buy, so I'm just gonna get the bow. And oh, I don't have enough for a bow. I'm a dummy. Dang, dude. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna have to do this and okay, I think we're done here. Yeah, there's not much I can do with this guy. I'm just gonna get rid of the royal jelly. I don't need that. Yeah, I think we're done. Let's just go sell this sword and then we're gonna go level up. Am I well rested? Nope, I feel rested. Slam said, nice to catch the live. Hope you're enjoying the playtest. Wood Elf area, nice. Heck yeah, man. All of you that are in the chat, notice Slayham. If you click on his name or click on his YouTube channel, he also streams Monsters and Memories and other games. Highly suggest you check his channel out. Also, very chill and just good content. So when you're finished watching this slop, you should go over there and subscribe and check his stuff out, along with Classic EverQuest. I used to shout him out on every stream, but I'm just kind of assuming everybody knows who Classic EverQuest is. But you'll also see his name in the chat. He has the old school EQ desktop icon logo. That's actually how I met him. I noticed he had that. I was like, oh, twinsies. Twinsies. That was lame. Anyways, so yeah. But yeah, definitely chill. Let's see. Santor said, such a chill zone. Looking forward to grinding trade skills at those crafting stations up in the trees when the EA hits. Yeah. Agreed. Classic EverQuest. What's up, man? Awesome raid earlier. You raided earlier? What raid? Hey, man, bear with me. My brain's not functioning the way it normally is. What am I doing right now? Okay, wood. I'm grabbing some wood. Is that wood right there? No way that, oh yeah, there's, I love the draw distance, man. It makes everything so much easier. So wood. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Is that wood? I think it is. Yeah, that's wood. An orc scalp, and you've got a sword. Let's go, buddy. Give me that stick. Oh. Slayham did the bone construct. Nice. Yeah, Slame is an example of somebody that actually plays monsters and memories correctly. I'm over here level 2 versus these other guys. They're like, yeah, we got to level 16 today. It's like, wait, what? You can reach level 16? I'm joking. Obviously, this is a fresh start, but you know what I mean. Social chill zone. Looking forward to grinding trade skills. Slam said twinsies. Oh, you guys are both awesome. Oh crap. That's crazy though. Yeah, Saunter said congrats on Bone Construct. Any good drops? Yeah, I think I even heard Nick talking about it the other day. During his stream, he was like, yeah, if you guys kill Bone Construct, I might have to make things a little bit more difficult. So the more you guys kill these boss mobs, the better. Because you know they're just going to make our lives more difficult. And you guys know how we love pain. Ooh, it's raining. We love pain and rain. I don't want this whisper pine wood. I want regular wood. Is it too much to ask for regular wood? Slam said, the area is definitely relaxing, such a stark contrast to the desert area. Yeah. Yeah. It's a nice reset. And I've come here a few times, but it kind of wasn't worth it until they got all the NPCs and the merchants and the vendors and the starter quests in, and now that there's some starter quests, it feels very nice. It's just a nice place to be. It's very chill. Classic EverQuest said, Nick made sure to note how many people they used to raid him today. Slayham said to Classic EverQuest, LOL, that's right. Slay Helm, a new alt name idea. That is a nice name though. I like it. Like Slay is the first name and Helm as the sure name. Hey, I don't know why more games don't do this, but you notice how it's raining here? And then when we get under the cover of the trees, it's not hitting us. So like all this rain, because there's an opening. Oh, that's tight. That's pretty dope. And then you run over here and we're covered by the trees. No more rain. Pretty nice touch. Slam said, responding to Classic EverQuest, yep, he dropped a haste belt and also, no, he was responding to Sauntor about Bone Construct. Yep, he dropped a haste belt and also the caster item, I believe the third time he has been killed. It was fun. I died twice and believe it or not, no cleric, so no res. Total of 7 people, a 17 person raid. Nice. That's really cool. I love to see it. I've never been over here. What the heck is this? Where are we going? I'm sure this goes to a different zone. I don't really feel like leaving the area right now. Looks like an unfinished part of the zone. I'm just gonna take a quick peek and then turn around. Yeah, this is unfinished. Oh, I thought I glitched for a second. Slam said, love how beautiful the area is. Yeah, super chill. And like you said, after being surrounded by sand and had sand in my socks, sand in my undies, sand in my hat, it's a nice change of scenery. All right, so we got an orc scout right there. I need to find a way to kill this warrior. I should be able to take him. Let me see if I can take him. Okay. Let me get my rested buff and then we're gonna knock these guys out. Yeah, Night Harbor is easier though. I mean, like, just being able to run in and out of the city and quickly sell, and you know, we already know where everything's located. I feel like the leveling experience, especially like for new players, would be a lot easier in Night Harbor. Which is the way it should be. Like, every single starter city should be different. And humans, obviously, they get all the perks, but they don't have infravision, right? Same thing with Freeport. You know, Freeport was a prime real estate. You know, they had the docks, they had, I almost said North Dakota, I meant Northern Row. You had East Common Lands, you had, everything was close by. It's such a, and you had the, I think it was North Row. Is it North Row? It's whatever is like adjacent to, no, Oasis of Mar. The heck, it's not Oasis of Mar. It's whatever desert area is adjacent to Freeport. There's a whole bunch of skeletons. What I used to do is I used to go and farm skeleton bones, and then I'd sell them to necros. So at an early level, I'd just collect all the bones I can get some plat, and then after that I would move on to, I think, the orcs in East Common Lands. Yep. Same thing with Night Harbor. I feel like it's very easy to just like level up and progress there. I'm sure it's going to get better in this area too, but there's a lot more elevations, which makes traversal a little tricky. Slam said, what the heck? Oh, Xanthippe. Oh dang, you look cool, man. Anyways, Slam said, I never liked Freeport visually compared to Kinos, but I'm loving Night Harbor. Yeah, Kinos was definitely better looking. Alright, do I feel well rested yet or no? Nope, still rested. What level are you? Oh, you're yellow. Cool. Brave. Level 6 Druid. Yeah, that's a little too high for me. Homeboy was looking for a group. Slayheim said, not a huge fan of deserts in general, but this one really blows me away. Yeah, I'm the same way. Never really a fan of deserts, but you know, they did a good job, so kudos to them. Man, this rested buff does not want to stick, man. This little dryad fawn, I think he's got a cracked staff on him. So tempting, but there's no way I'm fighting a caster. Is it just me, or is this taking a longer time than expected? Is there a way to tell which way north is? That's a good question. Good question. I believe the lift next to the Shady Merchant is the northernmost lift, but and what Smile said. I'm glad they updated the flame effects on the campfire. I thought that's the look they were going for originally, and I was like, really? But this one, it looks really cool. I mean, it still has that like painted art style, but I feel like there's no reason for like flame and all that other stuff. I think the VFX definitely should be sharp. Why am I not getting the well-rested buff? What am I doing wrong? Did they nerf it? There's no way. I feel like normally you sit by the campfire for a few minutes and you're good to go. There's a white gate near the northernmost lift and a cave with fade inside nearby. I can't find that. So annoying. Alright, well, I'm done waiting. I'm just gonna start pulling stuff. One way or another, we're gonna get that rested buff. Okay, yeah. Slayham said, the rested buff confuses me. Not sure how it works. I haven't been paying much attention to it. So it makes a huge difference. I ignored it for months until somebody was like, it gives you like a bunch more XP. It makes a huge difference. But yeah, either by sitting in an inn or by a campfire for long enough, you got the warmth of the campfire, and once you consider yourself, and right now it says you feel rested, but when it's well rested, I think it's like a 15% XP boost or something like that. Yeah, so it's pretty substantial. But from my experience, whenever I'm in Night Harbor, I always have a campfire now. And yeah, it seems like it happens pretty quickly. Warrior behind you. Yeah, he actually sent that message at a perfect time. I almost got aggro from that warrior. Want to group? Might as well group up with this dude. Cool. We can just clear this area for a bit. All right, we gotta group. He's an archer. Let me give him a buff. Nice. Cool. Loot up. I can't do that right now. Said, hey man, heading to bed. Gonna throw this on while I nod off. Just wanted to say love your streams and hope you're still enjoying Eminem. Thanks, brother. But as for Eminem, no, it's freaking slop game, terrible. Can't believe they would even think of making this garbage. I'm just kidding. Obviously, I love Eminem. It's freaking most fun I've had in a MMORPG in 25 years. What's wrong with you? No, I'm just kidding. No, not just kidding about that. Just kidding about what's wrong with you. Fought Drakelings yet? No. What about you? No, I really do appreciate that. I can't do that right now. And I love your name. Hilarious name. Oops. Gotta help this dude. Oh, he's red, dude. He's red. Oop. I'll heal. Yo. Crap. Come on. Kill this thing. Whew. Yikes. Started off low on mana, but that was nice DPS. Yeah, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. I don't need this. What just happened? Oh, he killed that thing. Yeah, so am I well rested yet? Yeah, okay, so it's official. I'm just gonna say it. There's something wrong with the rested buff. I've been sitting next to this campfire forever. I don't know. Is the rested buff bugged? Been sitting by my campfire for over 10 minutes and nada is happening. Classic ever said same. I'm kind of in lurker mode. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I do the exact same thing you're doing. So what I do is once this stream comes to a close and I finally lay down, I turn this stream on the big screen and I go to sleep listening to Class&Cool. And that might sound really weird. Like, dude, are you trying to say you're listening to your own voice to go to sleep? Yes and no. Not necessarily. It's not me I'm watching for the content, but it's kind of just like the mind-numbing rambling of some random-ass dude that's glazing M&M, and I hear the sound effects and the atmospheric effects in the background of, you know, Monsters and Memories. And the music by Robert Engstrand. I find all that very relaxing. Plus, I like to review the content I make to make sure it's not total slop. So yeah. Trying to find orc scouts for a quest. Let me see if anyone... okay, so it says here also can't gain rest state in rain. Okay, so that's for anyone watching the stream that's curious. The reason I'm not getting the rested buff is because of the rain. So the weather is directly impacting why we're not getting the rested buff. So we learned something new. Which, when you think about it, that's a kind of cool thing to look forward to. It's cool to know that they're gonna implement probably other things in the future where weather will directly impact. Dang, man, one shot. Dang, Archer. Oops. Group. Dang, Archer is sick. Let me heal this person up. Same said same. LOL, this is perfect for relaxation while in bed. Yeah, no, it's funny. When I first started streaming, and I wasn't even trying to do this, it was just my normal monotone voice and how I talk. That was the main feedback I got. It was like, dude, this is great for falling asleep. It's like ASMR. I'm like, okay, great. And then somebody came into the comment section one time. They were like, dude, you are the most boring, monotone, emotionless person I have ever found on YouTube. And I was like, thank you, brother. I appreciate the compliment. My first troll. Good stuff, man. It's nice that this dude is not really worried about looting, so I can kind of enjoy. Warrior Ink. So weather effects, rain equals no arrested buff. Check. At least while you're sitting next to a campfire. That's the way I understand it. If you go to an inn, you can probably still get the rested buff. But the rested buff wears off, so kind of doesn't make sense. By the way, /group will keep the chat nice and blue for you. Oh, he's bold. Holy crap. Oh no. No, don't kill him. Oh, for some reason I thought her health dropped to 0. Dang. Even without the rested buff, we're gonna level up quickly, so that's good. Triad sap. Not sure if that sells for anything. Let me see. Wasp. Majestic said, wait. He actually, is he actually grinding? Yes. And that was my plan for the day. I really wanted to do some regular grind. Orc Inc. Oops. The only problem with when I get into the grind, my brain kind of goes into like autopilot mode. So I don't necessarily have a lot to say. Now, if it wasn't so late, I'm sure there would be a lot of stuff to talk about. So obviously that's what chat is good for. But alas, it is late, so a lot of people are falling asleep. But if they were hoping to fall asleep to me bantering about random things, then, you know, the problem is when I'm, like I said, when I start grinding, I'm just kind of like in the zone. Don't you dare heal yourself, dude. Silly duck. %T spawned, but might be dangerous. Orc Scout. Ink. Oops. Nice. I need to be looting everything. If this guy doesn't want any of this stuff, then I do. Green Drakeling, I'm not gonna pull that. Dryad Fawn. Gonna find another scout for you. So it seems like this guy is out for the scouts, so least I can do is help him out a bit. That's a rotting skeleton. Gotta get you level 3, then I gotta log. Gotcha. Where'd he go? Oh, there. Is that a scout? What the heck is that? Oh, it's a skeleton. I was like, why is it glowing like that? But there's 3 of them. We're gonna end up. What? If you pull that one, we're gonna pull all 3, so I don't know. No, this one is good. Up. Yeah, they're like right next to each other. I mean, we could pull both. Xanthippe is my hero. Don't you dare heal. Nice. Oh, that was quick. Dang, these archers, man, they're OP. I need to make me an archer. So close to ding. Literally anything and everything that is moving. Ooh, Black Widow hatchling. Yeah, this is probably gonna level me up. Ding. Yeah, I wasn't about to spell their name out, so %T came in clutch. You're a lifesaver since the rested buff doesn't latch in the rain. literally gotta loot every single thing I see. I would not mind twinking this Druid a little bit, but all my alts are in Night Harbor, and I have no idea how to get there. Some respawn rate. It's weird. Yeah. A sign of things to come. Looks like weather will impact us in more ways than we know. Oh, you know what I should have done by now? I need to go buy my spells. I'm over here wasting time. Santor said the journey is worth making at least once. The boat ride has incredible views. Yeah, I was gonna do that on my last playtest, I think in July. It was on day 5 of it was like the finale episode, and my goal was just to kind of like chill out and go on the boat ride, and I ended up falling off the boat within the first 5 minutes of getting on it. It was epic. However, if you go on, you've already been on it, but Classic EverQuest just so happened to have made a video on the boat ride. Literally probably within days of that playtest. Alright, let's heal this person up. Does this thing heal itself? Gosh, no! Run! No! Let's see if I can get it to the guard. Where's a guard when you need him? Oh, this thing is gaining on me. Keep it straight and narrow. We're gonna get this. We're gonna get this. We're gonna get this. There's a guard. Yeet. Phew. No. No, thank you. Appreciate ya. Have a good night. Alright, so that was a nice little group there. And did I get a crack staff? No, I didn't. Okay. I'm gonna heal this person up really quick. Ooh. All right, well, there you have it. Whoops. Let's go sell, and then let me see, it's 424. I think we'll see. Maybe a few more minutes, and then I'll call it. I just wanted to get on and have a little bit of fun. Server announcement. Suncrete Strand will be restarted in 10 minutes to fix a spawn issue that is creating instability problems. Well, that's not our problem. No, I feel like staying on for a bit longer. I started super late. It's not like I don't want to be here. I literally want to grind a bit. But you know, realistically, I don't know if I'm gonna grind much now. I definitely want to sell. And I want to run to the Shady Trader and see if I can buy and sell some things. So we'll see. Yeah, they need to speed up the lift. Just watching it, I can tell it's kind of slow. And I mean maybe 5% increase. I think that would make a difference. Just very slight, nothing crazy. I'm loving the fog and atmospheric effects though. I was in shaded dunes, and you know, obviously they have sandstorms and stuff, but the fog came in, and what I noticed is sell. What I noticed is that when the sun was rising, so so it was really foggy, right? So low visibility. But when the sun was rising in the morning, it looked like it burned off some of the fog. So it actually extended the view distance. So similar to how like in real life. What the heck? I just got attacked. Anyways, I just thought that was pretty cool. Alright, so what are we going to sell next? Cooked wood elf meat is 25 copper. Huh. That is interesting. I'm gonna screenshot that for later. Actually, no, I'm not. I don't need a screenshot of that. I need to add that to the note. So raw wood elf meat equals 5 copper points. Cooked wood elf meat equals 25 copper points. That's actually really handy. So if I wanted to farm some of those little, whatever they are, dryads, what are they called? What are they called? We'll call them brownies because that's what they're called in EverQuest. That could be a nice little money farm. So first of all, let's see what we can sell. Bat fur, yes. Whispering wood, I'm not gonna sell that. Oh, bone chips, there you go. This guy buys bone chips, so we'll sell all of this. Spider legs. Wasp venom sac is 12 copper, not bad. Okay, now let's cook. We're gonna cook the meat. Craft all. The items do not combine into anything. That's because I gotta do one at a time. Actually, there's a better way of doing this. Just do wood, elf. There you go. Cool. What else can we cook? Wolf meat. So wolf. That's weird. Raw wolf meat. I guess I'll just do it one by one. No, these items do not combine into anything. Oh, so I guess you can't cook wolf meat? That's weird. Yep. You can't. Interesting. Okay, whatever. Let's raw wolf meat. Yeah, sell. Yeah, look at that. That's almost 1 silver right there. That's huge. Alright, I think I have an idea. Okay, and I can't sell the dryad sap. This rain is super chill. Let me check in here. I'm curious to know if anyone wants to buy this. Sap. Are these merchants? No. Something tells me the sap is worthless, but we'll give it a shot. Anything that's cloth, I'm gonna sell. Alright, let's so we're up to 2 silver. Venture gear. I just got turned around. What the heck? Hold on. Oh, never mind. It's right there. Okay, so use weapons dealer. I don't think I have any weapons, but I do have armor to sell. Yep. So let's. Oh, it finally stopped raining. Okay. Cool. So we have about 4 silver. Tattered rawhide tunic is 2 silver. There you go. This right here. Tattered hide tunic is 4 silver and 50. I don't have enough. Crap. I just need a few more silver. Yeah, the reason is, I mean, that's 10 AC right there. all that cloth I was wearing goes right out the window with this piece of armor. Let me see. Or I can just do this. Tattered hide. Okay, so let's do this. /note. Focus on tattered hide. So that's our next quest. Focus on tattered hide. And we're gonna buy the tattered hide shoulder pads. Yeah, let's buy this. Okay, cool. Yeah, this is gonna jump up our AC back to where it was before. And then we'll come back and buy the tunic later. Cool. So now that we have some AC, all right, this is the tanner. Where did I'm trying to remember, where was the tailor? The tailor's, I think, on the bottom level, if I remember correctly. Let me jump down here and check. Yeah, it's really cool having like all these locations just embedded in your memory. It's whatchamacallit, like compared to just always staring at a map. This is the first time in a long time where I'm actually like memorizing where people are. So there's the tailoring trainer. There should be a cloth person nearby. Yeah, there you go. Tailoring patterns. Spiderling silk. Heck yeah. Boom. There you go. I wasn't sure if I remembered where it was, but there you have it. Alright, I want to go see if I can kill some more of those little brownies. Because if I can get some more wood elf meat, that's going to add up real quick. We'll end the night on a really good note then. It's crazy though how, like, you know, obviously some might say it's like you're playing the game all wrong, you're focusing on all the wrong things, just grind through the first 5 levels and then get a group and grind through that and get to level 10, and just the quicker you can get to a higher level, the more fun you'll have. It's like, dude, I'm having fun right now. I'm literally XPing, I'm doing some crafting or, you know, trade skills. I'm expanding my armor. Look, I got my first piece of tattered hide. You know, this is exactly what I want from my MMO. I want to be able to go on my little quests, like /note. These are quests, basically. I'm going to find wood elf meat, I'm going to cook it, and I'm going to save up to buy tattered hide. So, quest. There you go. That's my quest. I love that kind of stuff. Speaking of quest, let me create a macro. So macro, we're gonna name this notes. Yep. /note, and we're going to change the icon to, we're going to change it to either this book, anything clever. I guess we can just do a piece of paper. Yeah, like that. Okay. We're going to drag it and drop it in here. So there you go. So anytime I click on this, it's going to open up my notepad. Let me see if you got any goodies. Oh, you got a bow. He actually had some good stuff, so let me go sell that really quick, and then we can go back to finding the brownies. Yeah, Zukin and ZBrush, man. I think I do like the new face textures that they created. I mean, I like the old ones, but I think they're going in the right direction, you know? I really like the EQ faces that they had back in the day, you know? It's, I was always a fan. Sell, 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 and sell. I don't think I'm gonna go sell anything else right now. No, that's not worth it. Oh yeah, the other quest I have is I want to buy an updated hammer. Oh, I can't buy it from him. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna go get my rusted buff before I do this. Doesn't hurt to get some more XP. All right, I'll be right back. Give me a second to settle in. I guess my cat decided to join me. Hey Blackie, how you doing? Very creative name, by the way. The kids have a lot of creativity. They find a stray black cat, and they're like, you know, I thought of different names, and they're like, can we just name him Blackie? I'm like, really? That's the best you can think of? Like, I forgot, there was one, I wanted to like name him like Onyx or something. Like, it had obviously Onyx, like, you know, black Onyx. But they're like, no, let's just name him Blackie. I'm like, whatever. It's your cat. Name him whatever the heck you want. He's awesome, though. And he's like one of those fluffy ones. You know how they have the... You want to come on camera real quick? He just rolled on his back with his hands. He's like, no, I want you to rub my belly. I'm like, no, I'm not. It's a trap. You rub his belly and he puts his claws in you. He's like, haha, I fooled ya. Okay, let's take these guys out. Let's see. I'm excited. Yeah, I could do the same thing. Oh, hold on. Time out. This is not looking good for me. I think the only reason I was doing good damage is because I was with that archer. Crap. Don't you dare heal. This healing stuff, man. Yeah, the healing is what gets you, man. If I could land more hits on him, then it wouldn't be a big deal. Hold on. Got it. Okay, cool. We need to figure out a better strategy on how to do that, though. Let's see. Can we make a campfire? Yes, we can. Majestic. Are you married, mate? I sure am. Got stuck in there. Yes, I am. I got one of those, and I also got three kids. Yeah, so I underestimated how hard these things hit. The only reason we were killing them so quick is because of that archer dude. But he dropped the meat, so that's good. But he dropped the meat, that's good. This is why context is very important whenever you're recording or whatnot. Jeez, the things we say. Alright. You feel well rested? Hey, Black, what are you doing? You want to say hi or what's up? Alright. God, you're getting at me. Alright. Say hello. You want to say something or anything? You don't want to say anything. You just want to be held. You're done. Alright, kitty cat. You having fun? You like Monsters and Memories? You do? He just gave the slow blink. He gave the slow blink of approval. Alright, let's try another one. Ready? Oops, no, wrong one. Why is this one? Like, why is this one not taking any damage? You take him out. Dang it. Oh my gosh, so close, dude. Seriously. If I would land these melee hits, we wouldn't have this problem. And it would be a little bit easier to do this if I had a fire beetle eye. Because with a fire beetle eye, I could, This is so dumb. This is so dumb. He's got like all my mana drained. Come on, take him out. Take him out. There we go. That was so crazy. Nah, I mean, it's worth it though. 25 copper every single kill. That's really worth it. It would be a lot more worth it if... the heck was that? Okay, my cat wants to get out. Hold on. Alright, let's see if we can think of a plan B. So, why don't we do this? While we're waiting for... we're gonna take out every single thing we can see. Saunter says you get a 5 beetle eye for... I'm gonna read that again in a second. You get a fire beetle eye from the Druid starter quest, but probably have to be level 4 at least to complete. Pretty rough, but there were no fire beetles in Fate War in EQ1 either. Yeah, one of the things I did back in the day, well, in P99 or anything, I used to buy fire beetle eyes. I think I forgot how much I paid. Like, some people would try to sell them for like 1 platinum or something like that. But I would like guilt trip him and be like, oh, okay. I'll definitely come back. I mean, I'm a new player, so I can only afford like 5 gold. And they're like, alright, fine, whatever, dude. Okay, I'm gonna try a different strategy. I'm gonna melee this guy into submission. And then I'm gonna wait till the last minute. Come on. There it is. Okay, see? That's what I was doing wrong. So I need to focus on just meleeing them down and then nuking them and getting them to a low enough health so that they flee. Because they're humanoids. Speaking of fire beetle eyes, this guy casted burning embers on me. Hey, since he's a druid, he should drop a fire beetle eye. Fire beetle eyes. And go to Faelindral. Faelindral. Fall withdrawal. Oh crap! I just realized that's why they named it. So, the name of the city, the Wood Elf city, is Faelindral, right? Faelindral. It's the way they named it is fall withdrawal, because you fall from the platforms, so it's like withdrawal from falling. It makes perfect sense why they named it that. See, it's a play on words. They're so clever. But yeah, I would basically get a whole bunch of fire beetle eyes, and I would come over here and I'd be like selling a fire beetle eye, 1 silver each. Oh man, when the sun comes out through the trees like that, not to be weird, but you get like a nice little cozy feeling, like, ooh, this feels chill. I gotta watch out for, there's one right there. Let's back it up. Crap. Don't heal, don't heal, don't heal. Yes, got him. Come on. He didn't drop any meat, but he dropped a bow and a cloth tunic, a cloth cape. So that's pretty good. The bow will sell for 25 copper right there. So out of the 4 I killed, I got 25, that's 50 copper, plus a bow, that's 25, so 75 copper. So I almost got 1 silver from killing like 4 or 5 of them. That's not bad. Kind of makes it worth it. I'm always curious about what this kind of stuff does, though, the Dryad sap. I'd be saving this random like junk loot, and usually turns out it's not for anything, but still. But Santor, jokes aside, I'd probably be one of those people that would just get a bunch of fire beetle eyes and hand them out to low-level druids. And that's the cool thing to do. And typically what I do when I'm let's fast forward to EA or 1.0 release. But by the time I hit around level 30, I always head back to Kelethin, and I just start buffing people, power leveling people, just hooking people up. Basically just paying back the community that built me up, Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now my whole wood elf is near. What the heck? So cringe, I could be fringe. Okay, let's. I don't even. What did I just say? With the words that come out of my mouth sometimes are just so confusing. I'm gonna pull this guy over here so I don't get any ads. Come on, homie. Okay, there you go. Nope, don't heal. He healed. Boom. Bingo. More meat. Yeah, there we go. You just got to be more strategic. You can't just nuke them and expect to waste all your mana. And then they get into that perpetual healing loop. It's what I love about these kind of games. It's like you're doing something so simple, but with a slight adjustment in how you hit and when you hit, it makes a world of a difference. It's like such a simple mechanic, but yet you like a slight tweak can change how quickly you change a mob, kill a mob. Now, obviously, this is common sense for when you're a higher level, but the fact that you can even have elements of that at a low level is great. There you go. See, we did it again. We planned it perfectly, barely spent any mana, and now he's down. Dude. Did you see that? I got 2 in a row. So that's 5. Yeah, so that's 1.5 silver. Now this is really good. And the XP is not great, but it's not bad. If I grind it out to level 4, I guarantee I'll have like 20, 30 silver. I'm gonna take this guy's buckler. Give me that. Give me the loot. I was just thinking about buying a shield, so this is perfect. It looks better on me anyways, so. Oh, who's biting me? Oh, I forgot to loot this guy. Nice, we're coming up in the world. We got ourselves a little buckler. I don't know why I moved my head like I was actually looking around that tree. Why can't I find him? I don't want to get aggro from that wolf. Oh, there's 2 here. That's dangerous. Yeah, I can't do that. That's bad news bears. they're buddied up. They heard about what I was doing and now they're on the buddy system. Alright, let's go. I'm gonna take you for a ride. Come here, pal. There you go. You're my last one. Lucky you. Alright. Time to go to sleep. Good night. Oh, no, don't heal yourself. Oh, gosh, you're so annoying. There we go. Now you're going to sleep. Night, night. Oh, you didn't drop any meat. Oh, you're so annoying. Okay, well, we're not... I gotta do one more. I wonder if I can take two. No, I can't. Because they're just gonna keep perpetually healing each other. And that's gonna get really annoying. And I don't know if the guards are gonna help me. I mean, it's technically a, it's a wood elf, right? It's a dryad, so would the guards help me? Probably would. Because, they whatchamacallit. They don't have a faction hit. Right, so it's not like they're affiliated with the city. Yeah, but I'm gonna do more of this tomorrow. I might just grind it out nice and easy and just stack a whole bunch of raw wood elf meat. Cook that raw wood elf meat. Sell that cooked wood elf meat. And buy me some stuff. Because we gangster like that. We're chopping up dryads and cooking them. That's so terrible. Jeez, man, this game is violent. Oh, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4. I could go out with a bang. Boom. Heal. Don't heal. Don't you heal? You're so annoying. There it is. Bingo. Nice. Well, it just got choppy for some reason. Alright, let's see. Let's do one more. And then another one more. And that's how it turns into two more hours. Gotta watch my back. These little guys are small. There it is. That was a nice hit. No meat. Yep, you know, you're absolutely right, Eric. The problem is getting a Fire Beetle eye is a little tricky. I mean, let me see. Want to buy Fire Beetle eye. I don't think a lot of people are online. It's super late. I mean, super early in the morning. Yeah, the Fire Beetle. Oh, crap. No. I just got aggro from 2. Alright, this is going to be our test run. Let's see if the guards actually help me. Are you going to help me? Or are you going to kill me? Oh, he helped me. Thanks. But it's bugged for me. So Eric, apparently you get a Fire Beetle eye by completing the quest. But if you remember, or you probably didn't see it last night, I bugged it. So they I got the bag and never got instructions. So like a dummy, I handed the bag in, and now she won't give me another. I did a petition last night and GM responded, but they said it was in my inventory. I'll hit them up again. So that's what happened, what I just told that dude. So what I'm gonna do when I log off is actually, let's do that right now. /petition, broken item, broken quest, select. We'll do this one. If possible, please have the problem NPC targeted when submitting this report. Oh gosh, okay, well, I'll do that in a minute. I wonder if the orc meat sells. Let me buy this really quick. I'm just gonna buy all 3, why not? Oops. Alright, let's go. Because if orc meat also sells for 25 copper, then we're gonna be swimming in copper. But yeah, no, Eric, actually, thank you for saying that, because somebody already said that to me and it went right over my head. When they said you get a Fire Beetle eye for completing the quest, I thought it was, I thought they were talking about Night Harbor, because I remember the Druid quest in Night Harbor. I completed it, and yes, you get a Fire Beetle eye, and it just went in one ear and out the other. And for some reason, I assumed that it wasn't the same for this Druid quest. So, thank you for clarifying that. Weird, it's not in any of your bag slots, right? No, it's super weird. I'm gonna I just said no, it's super weird, but I spelled it W-Y-R-D. I'm so clever. Alright, let's sell. We're gonna save that and sell that. Bone chips, we're gonna sell that. And then we're gonna go ahead and report the petition. And I'll just let them know I checked all my bags, but I don't see it. Oh, do I have the gamma turned up? I don't. Okay, I was like, it looks kind of bright. Alright, /petition. Items taken, no reward. Druid starter quest. bag missing. I accidentally handed in the empty reagent bag. Now when I engage the NPC for a new bag, I don't receive one. Previous petition said it was in my inventory, but I checked all the bags and the bank, but couldn't find it. Any help is greatly appreciated, and thank you for all you do. A little bit of kindness goes a long way. Man, this armor looks sick, dude. Anyways, focus on... as a matter of fact, we're standing right here. Let's try it. J. Doing this for me if you have some free time. Normally I have preserver on it. Show her a little, selling some more popular reagents. Say I have free time. A small favor. Small favor. I need you to find me 2 royal jellies. Yeah, see, no bag. Yeah, it's not working. Okay, no biggie. We're moving on. Let's wrap it up. Alright, so let's see first of all for the orc meat. Orc. Cooked orc meat, craft all. Let's see if this sells for anything. Oh, 12 copper, that's still something. That's not 25, but you know. Yeah, this is nice. And I love discovering these random little loot farms. Like I said, it's now officially one of my quests. And the reward for my quest is copper, and then it's going to be tattered hide. And I have 20 cloth scrap, so I can probably start my tailoring career. We have a lot of plans for the next time, guys. We're going to start our tailoring career. We're going to get our hide. We're going to group and gain some levels. I mean, it's slow and steady progress, but this is kind of how I do it. I'm in no rush. For me, every level is endgame. I don't rush to level 50. I think my Druid on P99 is level 57. Because I don't care about max level. Alright. So what are we doing? So let's sell. I'm glad I found the person that buys the bone stuff. So yeah, we have 4 silver now. I honestly just need a little bit more though. I need 50. Yeah, because, oh, wait, no. Tattered cloth, that's probably 25. Tattered, I might have enough. I want to get the tunic. It's 4 silver. 4 silver and 50 copper. So I think if I sell this and this, I should have enough. Yeah, we'll have enough. Watch this. I was about to go like try to kill 3 more mobs, but it's not worth it. Assuming my math is right, I mean, I'm not that silly. This looks so cool, dude. Alright, we need 2 more copper. And I think this thing is like 2 copper, so this should be perfect. Alright, leather working supplies. Let's hope for the 2 copper. 2 copper, exactly. Perfect. Never thought I'd be excited for 2 copper, but that came in clutch. So now we have exactly 4 silver and 50 copper. And we're about to get a major upgrade. Woohoo. Tattered hide. I wonder if they would be okay with, you know how with trade skills you can type in the search like wood elf meat. I wonder if they would be okay with adding that same feature to the merchants, or if they intentionally want to keep it like right here. If I could just type in tattered, I think that's not too bad, is it? So, anyways, tattered. Okay, tattered hide tunic. Yep, there you go. Bingo. Now look at us. Look at your boy. Look and fly. Look and fly. Yep. Anyways, thank you. Mission accomplished. It's been a fun ride. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We're gonna do some more stuff tomorrow. And yeah, we'll see what kind of adventures we get into. But for now, peace and chicken grease. I'll see you guys in the next one. Good night.